Hey crocheters, it's me, Erin from Juniper Oakes, and today we are starting part 4 of the Christmas in July blanket crochet along. Now, if you're brand new to this crochet along, make sure you go back to the introduction, learn all you can, and crochet up the first few sections because today we are doing section 4. Section 4 of the crochet along are these Christmas baubles, these Christmas ornaments designed by Cindy of Cindy's Crochet Designs. Cindy is a designer from South Africa where she also owns her own yarn shop. She's been collaborating with me on these crochet-alongs since the Mosaic Nordic Cow, and I'm so glad to have her back. And even though we are on different continents, we are still able to find a time where we could call and chat with each other, catch up, talk about mosaic projects, things that she has going on, and some of her Christmas traditions. Before we jump into that chat with Cindy, make sure that you like this video and then share it with a friend. And also comment down below with what one of your favorite Christmas ornaments is. I'd love to get to know you. All right, let's go chat with Cindy. Hey Cindy, welcome on here to Juniper Oakes yet again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's so good to have you.
So
Sorry?
I say we've done 3 together so far.
Yay! So those of you who have been in my crochet community for some time, you already know Cindy and her lovely designs. But I think we have a few more people in the group now that after that gingerbread cow. So I think if you guys don't know who Cindy is yet, say hello. Introduce yourself down in the comments so we can get to know you. But Cindy, how about you introduce or reintroduce yourself to my crochet community? Just a little bit about you, where you're from, and where in the world you are with your crochet design. I don't know, just let us know who you are.
Okay, well, I'm in South Africa. As you can see, it's winter at the moment. We seem to think it's extremely cold here. I bet you'd laugh at us, but it has been cold. I've been doing mosaic designs, I think, for 5 years now, going on. 3 collaborations with you. This year I've been very bad. I haven't been designing at all because we've got a little wool shop that we run, and it's really been crazy.
Well, so, I don't think that's bad at all. If your yarn shop is doing well, like, yay!
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, this is the busy season, so we've sort of extended. We've not bought, but we've got a warehouse.
Okay.
Where we're doing all our online orders, and then the shop does the foot traffic.
Okay.
So getting that all organized and everything's been a little bit crazy. So I've been very slack on my designing, but there's 5 coming up, 5 or 6 patterns that are coming. I just got to type them up.
Yeah. Listen.
I like the designing part, but the typing up is another story.
I know. I'm like looking over here over here I have a wall of completed blankets. Like over here I have like all my pending yeah, I have a bag full of stuff. I'm like, I just need to type this up and then the world can see it. But
there's always something that's not good in something you do, and that's my weakness.
Yeah.
Typing up.
And I know I feel like we've talked about this before, where technology isn't necessarily your strong suit. Do you have like a team of people who help you with the technology, or a special tech guy behind the scenes?
I have a my son does it all for me, so yeah. I don't actually know what I'd do without him, because I mean, when we were doing this now, I gave him the link from the last time we chatted.
Oh,
so that's why I was late.
Oh, that's okay. I guess I could have checked all my open spots. That's when we finally popped on together, I'm like, oh, there's 2 of you on the screen, yay! And he flashed away.
Yeah.
No, that's great that you have someone who can really help you, and that it's your son, and you guys can, make it a family thing. Is really awesome.
Yeah. And he helps as well. So.
Okay. So you said you have like foot traffic in your actual shop, and then a warehouse where you're shipping yarn out for online orders. What's your yarn shop? And if anybody, I have plenty of people that are in South Africa on here, like, or around the world who would want to shop from you. Can you give us your shop name?
It's called the Wool Shoppy, SHOPPE. Very
Okay.
original.
Yeah. Easy to find.
We're in Kempton Park in Johannesburg, South Africa. We were looking at sending orders overseas,
Mm-hmm.
but postage is a nightmare.
Yes.
So, it's going to cost you more than the wool, and it's just not worth it.
Not worth it.
You've got such beautiful stuff over there. So,
It's true. But if it's more domestic, I think my people want to check that out. So I'll put a link in the description, and not only can we shop your designs, but shop your yarn as well. So you've been designing mosaic for 5 years. What made you stick with mosaic, or are you doing other sort of crochet designs as well?
I've tried, but I just don't seem to. It hasn't clicked. Let's put it that way. Mosaic, I just feel so comfortable doing it, and it's just easier on the hands. When you get to a certain age, everything aches. Yeah, so I enjoy it, and I also do a couple of blankets for the rescue for bull terriers.
Okay.
So I'm kept busy. I mean, I've got the shop, but it doesn't keep me busy enough. So
Always got to be doing other things. Now, at least around here, most local yarn shop owners are knitters. Do you knit as well?
I do. I love knitting, but
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it anymore. My hands won't let me.
Oh.
But I've been, I do things for the shop. So I'll try and knit a little baby jersey, and I find like a plastic needle works better.
Okay.
But I prefer my mosaic. I'm really hooked on it.
I think a lot of us, especially who've been, a lot of people started joining me with a mosaic Nordic cowl, which you designed for, and then I haven't gone back since then. Basically, well, I have other designs as well, but mosaic keeps on grabbing my attention, and it's just I think it's just amazing type of crochet because it looks so intricate.
Yeah.
But if you do just the basic, it's stripes, and it's just.
But it's also nice and warm. I've
Mm-hmm.
noticed that it's a nice, sort of have a weighted blanket on you because it is quite heavy. Okay, depending on the yarn, but
yeah.
I tried making a plain one. It's so flimsy.
Oh,
a normal crochet.
It is. It's definitely a different texture and different drape, isn't it? But yeah, this is not quite double thick, but it's there. Yeah, this blanket is the DK weight, but it is wool. So it's a bit thinner than some of the other ones I've done with the worsted weight. I thought, where we're from in July, it's hot, and at least in East Tennessee, very humid. So I was like, I don't think we can do a worsted blanket right now. So we're doing the Christmas in July blanket. Your section, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. You have the Christmas ornaments, these baubles. Can you just tell us a little bit about your design, anything that inspired you, or anything you want the audience to know?
I didn't want to do a tree, which was, the usual. And I don't know, I just happened to be looking online and there was a picture with a tree with baubles on. And I thought, no, that's quite a good idea.
Yeah.
So,
and I think it is. And
I
don't
think my Christmas designs.
Mm-hmm. Well, I gave my mom the mosaic Nordic, but I feel like this design, looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, Cindy designed that. I feel like, there's different designers that have their own, I don't know, just a vibe that you can just feel like that's you, and it's great. And I don't think I mean, if you hadn't designed a bauble, like I would have had to. So, like, it just needed to be in the blanket. So, thank you for doing that.
That's great.
So in South Africa, seasons are flipped than what they are in the U.S. I spent a year in Zimbabwe, so just not far from where you are, and for Christmas time, it just was a whole different experience than what I'm used to. Like we're hoping for a white Christmas at home, and then in Zimbabwe, we were just hoping for like a wet Christmas that we get rain, just hot and t-shirts. But what tell us a little bit about your Christmas traditions and kind of what Christmas time feels like in South Africa.
I don't know, it's not the same as over there. Hey, we don't have that many traditions.
Okay.
We mostly come together as a family, sort of have a cooked lunch. We used to do braai or barbecue, as you people call it. But lately we've been doing cooked lunch, sit down meal, open the presents, and just spend time with each other mostly. Because
Nice,
you get to a
simple
point, I think,
time.
in your life where you've got everything.
Yeah.
You don't need anything.
I think, yeah, I can understand that. But maybe a skein of yarn or two is just a nice present for us crocheters.
I would love one, but I've got it here and I see it every day.
Yes, you have your wool shoppy.
Yeah, so it's like difficult because I look at all the wool when it comes in and I think, oh, I can make a blanket with that. I can do this, and then I think, but when are you going to do it? So, yeah.
True.
So, give me a present of wool is kind of not a good idea.
No, I suppose not. Now I asked this question with first co-designer Nicola, who did this Christmas pudding. So I gotta ask you, what is your favorite thing to eat at Christmas time? Specifically, like any dessert. Hers, was the Christmas pudding. Mine was like a cinnamon candy. Like, what's your favorite thing to eat at Christmas time?
We usually have like a malva pudding. It's
Okay.
very South African, I think.
Mm-hmm.
With custard, we have that, and then mince pies, Christmas mince pies.
Yes. Making me hungry.
And do you like Christmas pudding?
So I've never had like the actual Christmas pudding, like Nicola does in England, but I do like a lot of Christmas desserts. Um, I like Christmas cookies, like frosting Christmas cookies with my kids. My grandma, her parents were from Denmark, and she made these really delicious Danishes. And so I have her recipe, and then every winter I try to make those. And then like the recipe calls for and it makes like 4 pretty good size, like little braided Danishes. I mean, not little, they're good size. So I usually make those and freeze them. And yeah, I like to do a fair share of cooking at Christmas and baking. And
yeah, when I was growing up, we used to do like cheese straws and shortbread, things like that with my mom. But now she's older and we don't really, we go for easiness more than anything else. Let's just get something and
time changes.
yeah.
My favorite easy thing to do is just melt a bunch of almond bark, like chocolate and the white chocolate, and just dip pretzels. Dip pretzels in it, and so you got that salty sweet. And I mean, it's something my kids, it'll like keep them entertained for like a couple hours if we have enough chocolate anyway. They'll just dip it in. I give it out to neighbors, and I'm like, this came from a toddler kitchen, so there are finger germs, but
now you're making me hungry.
Sorry. So you've kind of hinted a little bit about you have got like 5 patterns coming up. Can you give us any little hints or any ideas on when those are going to come out so that people can be looking for them?
There's 2 in the round, which are
Okay.
quite big ones. I've done one Africa pattern.
Okay.
It's I don't know if you know Sarah Jane Athy. She's a
Mm-mm.
designer as well. She's done 2 African patterns,
Okay.
and you obviously you don't want to step on anybody's toes or do something similar. So I went not the animal side, but the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see that soon. It's a big blanket.
I can't
Um,
wait.
and then I think I've got 2 row by rows, which is just patterned. But I'm trying to get into like animals and, something more sort of what, I can't think. I'm getting old. More
Did you
detailed.
do like a whale pattern? Is that you?
I did. I did the sea
That
life one.
last year. Yeah,
That
sea
was
life.
my first try.
Hey, well done. It's amazing also what we can learn after we just like give it the first try, and kind of like puts us over a hump. Yeah.
Because I'm very critical of myself, so.
Yeah. I want to say happy Christmas in July to you, and
And to you.
I hope things continue well throughout yarn season where you are, the nice chilly season. Can you tell the audience where we can find you online?
Okay, the website for my designs is Cindy's Crochet Designs.co.za, I think it is. I'm not sure. It could be .com.
The link will be there. Yep.
Okay, great. If you want to have a look at what our wool looks like, it's at the Wool Shoppy. It's shoppe.co.za. And yeah, I'm on Ravelry as well. You can pick me up there, Cindy's Crochet Designs. And I think that's it.
Yeah, perfect. I'll put all those links there. And as well, I'll put I have Cindy's link to the blanket, the free crochet along that's on my website, hosted on my website, and you can go through and grab follow through to the link to Cindy's bauble design here. If you're just joining in, definitely go back, start at the beginning with the presents and learn what to do on mosaic crochet, and then work your way up. Well, Cindy, thank you again for joining me on this third collaboration together. It's always a joy having you, and I always love when I send out a call for designers for these that you're like always one of the first people to sign up. So thank you so much. And
I like working with you. It's a pleasure working.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, Merry Christmas in July and happy crocheting.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Cindy, for chatting with us. It's always such a pleasure. Make sure you check the show notes for information on how to follow Cindy and get to know her a little bit more and make some of her patterns because they are amazing. So go find section 4 of this pattern and let's start working up these Christmas ornaments. Happy crocheting, everybody!